There's something that I've always been good at, and it is fast forwarding to the future and seeing if I will be happy if I don't accomplish this goal, and bringing the pain of that feeling of not accomplishing it into the present moment. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Questionably Awesome,
where it's awesome all the time.
It's not even a question.
The answer is yes.
The answer is always yes in the house of Questionably Awesome. Do you know what I can't wait for?
What?
A Questionably Awesome photo shoot.
Ooh.
I think we should make it super weird and goofy.
I think that's the only way it would be.
I think it should include pillars of sorts, like where we could be
maybe Chris
standing
has those.
Exactly. Where we could be standing behind a pillar with our head just like rested on it.
Like a 90s sitcom.
Oh my goodness.
Popping out.
Popping out of pillars.
Popping out of pillars.
Did you see those girls in that new photo shoot? I'm so inspired. It's popping out of pillars. I don't know.
Pillars are very on trend.
They really are. If it's 20 years ago, they totally are. Here we are back to pillars. Do you know how many people have come up to me and been like, oh my God, I decorated with pillars all the time?
Yes. Pillars are just...
Yeah. They're
very
the pillars
supportive.
of life. You know that? They really are. Okay, so how are you?
I'm really good.
You went bowling.
I went bowling this week. I went to a really cool workshop on Sunday.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
It was these two local coaches, and it was about one of my friends invited me to go, and you talk about what did we talk about? Oh, we talked about was a lot of meditation and going with your gut on things and listening to your inner compass.
Did anything come through for you during it? You know how like sometimes you leave and you get one message that you're like,
yeah,
I knew I shouldn't have eaten those sausages.
That's exactly what came through for me.
You're like rumble guts. Yeah. They're like follow your gut and you're like, what is this gas telling me?
Yeah, pretty much that's excuse me.
Oh, excuse me.
But it was really neat.
So what came through?
I don't know if I had any huge breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Yet.
Was there like a message though that was like you need to slow down or you need to bowl more or?
Yeah, it was about bowling more. And it was good to think about. Oh, they talked about being in low moods, how sometimes you're just in a lower mood and that's okay. And to recognize that and it was a lot of pausing before you make a decision or before you say something to your partner or in a business setting. So many good things about taking a step back and just waiting.
Oh man, that is so good. And I feel like you and I share so much in common about the low mood things because I think we hold ourselves to like wait, I'm a happy person and why do I feel this way? And am I depressed or is there something wrong with me? I don't know if you feel that way far, but like
all the time.
Oh my God. And I'm like, what is it? So I've let go of like the question, what is my problem? Because that just makes me feel worse. And now I'm like, because Chris is so good at it. He's always like, that's okay.
Yeah.
He goes, like we talked about, like, enjoy it. I'm like, enjoy it.
No.
Oh, what's wrong with me? And so I think that hearing that I don't think it's talked about enough.
Me neither.
That low moods are actually just such a big part of like a normal day for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
Well, one of the teachers was just saying when she had that same realization too, and then she'll recognize, oh, I'm just in a low mood and she'll just ride it out and then go to bed. And the next day, it's good to go. Or maybe it's not.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
okay too.
I think I had a year of lower moods.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like,
every morning I would wake up and be like, something's wrong. And I was like, no, there's just a lot of like low moods can be massive clearings if you're monitoring your thoughts. If you notice that you're thinking a lot of negative things like, about yourself or about your life or your job, I think that's where the work needs to be done. But when you really are doing the work and you're just in a low mood, that's when we start to question ourselves, like what's wrong with me? But it's just a low mood. Like you're actually maybe lower energy. It could be something you ate. It could be something that you need to go through.
Right.
In order to get to the next place that you're going.
Yeah,
so if you're out there in a low mood, hey, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. What do you want to tell people about being in a low mood to enjoy it?
That we all have them, and maybe pick something good on Netflix to complement your low mood.
I couldn't agree more.
Get on that sofa.
Get on that sofa. Ride that sofa. What if we put saddles on sofas so that when we like sat on them, we didn't feel lazy? We were like, what are you talking about? I was riding all day.
I'm sitting upright.
Yeah. Oh, we should make horse chairs where it's actually a horse. And we're like, no, I was riding the prairie all day.
I was out on the prairie.
Yeah. And they're like, what did you actually do? You're like, I was watching Netflix.
I watched The Office.
But what if you watch Westerns the whole time during it and you like kind of like kick the chair, the horse chair with your heels a little?
Then I would say you're not in a low mood anymore.
Do you think that's exercise?
I would say that's very effective.
We need to make those. I really think I'm going to get rid of my furniture and just have 2 fake horse chairs.
I think that's neat,
so
Lori.
Chris and I can watch TV like that, and you and Adam can have those in your living room too. And you'll be like, buck up. We got
saddle up.
We got TV to watch. We're going to active watch. All right. So tell me your quote.
Oh, cool. It's by a music producer, Rick Rubin. And I like this podcast called Broken Record. And it's really interesting if you like music.
Love music.
He says, I never decide if an idea is good or bad until I try it. So much of what gets in the way of things being good is thinking that we know. And the more that we can remove any baggage we're carrying with us and just be in the moment, use our ears and pay attention to what's happening and just listen to that inner voice that directs us, the better.
Wow. I love that so much.
Isn't that cool?
It's so cool because I was just in a room of people who like amazing entrepreneurs, but we can just question ourselves to death before we do something.
Yeah.
And the main theme that came out of the room, like one of the main themes was like, you won't know until you just try it. Like there's no way to know and get feedback until you put something out there or you try something.
Yeah, just do it.
Like my dad was so annoying with that growing up. He would make me eat anything and everything. And I'd be like, ew, like, cause he was one of those dads who he would eat like those canned sardines and he loved it.
Yeah.
And like liver and all of the gross things as a child. And he would literally like force feed me and just make me try a bite. Cause he was like, stop it. You don't know what you don't like. And it became a theme in my life. So then I do that to people now and it's terrible. Like I get really irritated.
He was trying to get you to try new things.
Always.
Yeah.
Try new foods that were freaking disgusting.
From a can.
Yeah. And I was like,
beanie weenies.
I don't eat canned foods. I'm from up north. I don't know. You should eat canned foods up north because it's the only way it's fresh.
Yeah, because it's cold.
Exactly. Nothing is growing there.
No, it's all an iceberg.
Unless you grow like mushrooms inside of your house under a sun lamp. I don't know. All right. My quote. This is I just found this in 10 seconds, but I like it. Be happy, be yourself. If others don't like it, then let them be. Happiness is a choice. Life isn't about people pleasing everyone. And, okay, the and part's mine. I don't know who said this. This is from thedailyquotes.com. So I just want to say when we were talking about people pleasing once, we were like, we need a whole episode on this. And I got a lot of messages that said, yes, please do a whole episode on it. So maybe we just do an episode on people pleasing at one point.
Yeah, I'm great at that.
Yeah. I mean, we should call everybody's name out that we're annoyed with. I'm just kidding. We're people that we've been people pleasing and we secretly resent. Yeah. And then just send them the podcast and be like, I have something to tell you.
Here's a message.
Here's a funny message. I hope you laugh.
That would.
Yeah. Ooh. That's one way to air ourselves out.
Let's just let it out.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do you have the review?
Hey, I do. And it's really good.
Okay.
it is from Elizabeth D77. She said, "Thank you. I feel like Lori is talking directly to me each and every episode, especially episode 345, which completely resonated with me. I am moved by her authenticity, her tenacity, and her compassion, and have felt a connection even through the podcast. I listen to the questionably awesome episodes with her assistant Evans every Sunday as I clean, and I cannot tell you how many times I have to stop as I'm laughing so hard. Truly appreciate each and every episode, and I will make it a point one day to meet this sunshine of my day. Thank you, Lori, for everything you do. Keep jamming."
Oh my God. Doesn't that just make you so excited?
That was
The sunshine of
18
my
hours
day.
ago.
Oh,
It's fresh off
wow.
the
That
press.
is, that's like sweet rolls. That is amazing.
Fresh out the oven.
Oh my God.
Elizabeth D77.
Elizabeth D77, please email our customer service at loriharder.com,
Nailed it.
and we will send you something super duper awesome. Do you have
That was really
do you have one of
nice.
the questions?
Yeah, it's really good.
Who that from?
It's from @BeYourOwnYou. How did you get into speaking? Lori? Was it started
I
from your
think I
podcast?
was probably like a year old, and I thought everyone else was doing this. I was like, okay, those are my first words. My parents were like, she's going to be a bright one. Yeah, but
Sardines.
eat your sardines.
Ah.
That was a real laugh. Oh my God. Okay. How did I get into speaking? It's
Yeah.
how we get into anything, to be quite honest with you. I think that there is this path that you just lay over everything. So I just started going to speaking events, and I started looking at who was speaking. And then I looked if there were any different courses or different people who could help me with speaking.
Yep.
But also I looked for really low hanging fruit at things that I could create or speak at, even if it was just like 4 people. If I was creating a group, like a women's event or something like that, I'm like, hey, everybody, do you want to get together too and talk about like health and wellness and whatever? I just started doing these small things and also doing things online. I wanted practice in really small groups because I was deathly afraid to speak. Like beyond, I would have rather jumped out of an airplane for real without a parachute on. Like just push me out.
Yeah.
Because speaking felt like certain death to me, because I would get like crazy panic attacks. So I had to learn how to move through those panic attacks. And I had to find people who were also just as nervous as me. And I did.
Yeah.
And they let me know what they did. And then to get out there speaking, I just started asking. I would email people and be like, I really want to speak. Are you looking for any speakers? I think making a reel is really good. I think telling them what you can offer is really good. I think being prepared and doing all the things that speakers do. If you don't know what that is, message a bunch of speakers or email people who are speaking coaches. You have to start putting yourself in places and telling people that you want to speak.
To follow up on that, Kayla Wilkie asked, did you have any fears that got in the way of starting things? So were there any fears that got in the way of, you just talked about being scared of speaking. So how did you push through that?
I mean, this answer it's nobody wants to hear this answer because it doesn't feel good. It's awful. Like every day is scary.
Yeah.
So there's something that I've always been good at, and it is fast forwarding to the future and seeing if I will be happy if I don't accomplish this goal, and bringing the pain of that feeling of not accomplishing it into the present moment. And I think that's important to do. Like take things off the table for you and say, you know what, if I don't do this, guess what? Like I pretend like it's not even on the table, like it's being taken away from me.
Yeah.
I picture someone saying, guess what? You know, that speaking stuff that you want to do, or you know, those events you want to start, or you know, that coaching business you want to start, or whatever it is, you can't do it anymore. Like I pretend something happened, whether it's like all of our rights are taken away, or we no longer have anything online, whatever. And they're like, you can no longer do this thing. And I think of how I would feel. And I think of how lucky we are to even be able to do it, scared or not. I think of how desperately miserable and sad I would be because it would be taking away my purpose. And the thought of that alone, when you really sit with that, is like, how would I not be using this opportunity? How would I not be pushing through? How would I not be showing up? So I'd rather deal with the pain of pushing through the discomfort than the pain of never doing it at all.
Right.
So what's something for you that you want to do that you push through the anxiety?
It could be anything, going to an event or trying a new class or something. And of course, it's always scary when you first start it, but that's just part of life. That just means you're living.
It does. So but here's the thing, like so many people don't go to the class or they don't go to the event. Like and it shows in, when you worked with us, like it shows in ticket sales. Like you always have like at least 10% attrition rate, meaning they just don't show up and they don't get their money back.
Right.
And a lot of majority of the people who don't show up is because they have fear.
So true.
So what do you do like when you're like, because you buy the ticket, your higher self buys the ticket, right? Your higher self books the class, but then your lower self is like, stay home. You don't need it.
Well, it's kind of like, I remember before I went to college, my mom told me, she goes, if you at least show up to class, you're going to get a C. For just showing up, if you at least show up, you're going to pass the class because showing up is half the battle, right? Just show up.
Wow.
Just show up. So I guess maybe that mindset kind of stuck with me. Like, if I can at least make myself walk through the store, then something good is going to happen.
Wow. That's like the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Whoa,
I
really?
love that. Like, just show up, you're at least going to get a C.
Yeah.
For me, like when I was in school, if I got a C, I was like, yes. If it was math, I was like, yeah.
Same. Math was so hard.
That just made so much sense because you're at least, something will shift whether you even, like, you don't have to do any work when you're there because you actually getting there is a shit ton of work.
So hard.
So it's like, wow. Props to mom.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
This podcast is dedicated to MOM.
Thanks, Mom.
What if I get a mom tattoo? Do you think my mom would be upset if I told her it wasn't about her?
Yes.
Do you know what's so cool about the name Mom?
Dog Mom.
Do you know what's so cool about the name Mom?
That it's universal?
Yeah, and I could pretend it's about my mom. Just kidding, Mom. I love you. I would be like, actually, you are, when you look at this upside down, you're the wow factor.
Yeah. Wow, Mom.
Wow, Mom. I think that's a great tattoo, everyone who is thinking about tattoos. Didn't we talk about tattoos last time?
Yeah, we did.
Wow. What
I did not get one, though.
Are you going to get one?
Maybe next week.
Of your dog?
Yeah.
You know what? I found a great artist who could really jazz up your puppy.
On my face.
You know, the chest tattoos are like really popular right now.
Yeah.
You could get his face right below your bust line.
Oh, that would be really nice.
For when you wear those plunging dresses.
Which is often.
Yeah. So people would be like, is that your dog?
Is that who I think it is?
And you'd be like, why, yes, it is. Yep.
Yep, it is.
And you could start barking.
Maybe I will.
And like puffing out your chest every time you bark. And then, all right. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom, for that.
And did we have any other questions? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
Okay, let me think of on the fly question. Oh, I want to know how wedding planning is going.
It's not really happening right now.
Yeah, you know what?
To be honest.
It's weird. There's a weird point where you don't need to be planning.
Yeah. I should probably be planning, but I've done a little bit, but not much.
You know what I just thought? Like you could really do a cool pop-up business of wedding planning, like where you do the RV where it's like a really cute RV that's all decorated and it puts out string lights on the beach and they do cocktails and
just one stop wedding in a box.
Pop-up shop RV.
Or
get hitched. Oh my God, how cute.
That's
and the
so
trailer
cute.
hitch.
A little pump.
Yeah.
I love
GetHitched.com. Well, GetHitched.com is totally taken.
Well,
but
you shouldn't have said that out loud because that's a business idea.
I know. Someone is starting an RV wedding planning.
Even if it was just a little a mobile office where you could just hop in there. They walk through the list. You get everything done in like 3 hours.
Totally. And it's like a Vegas, like a rolling Vegas. Get hitched. Oh my God. They just go through cities and for all those women who are like pressuring their boyfriends, they could be like, Get Hitched is coming through next week.
You know what's interesting about wedding planning? I was all scared about it and thinking that everyone's going to like put all this pressure on me.
Yeah.
It really hasn't been like that.
It's been awesome.
It's been really cool.
Well, look at that. Lifting the veil.
Isn't that just lifting the veil on all?
Oh my God.
You are full of puns this morning.
Apparently you need to stay up really late and feel super tired. And
Get
that's
hitched,
where the puns go.
Lifting the veil. They just keep on coming.
I'm trying to think of something about a garter, but it's not happening.
Yeah.
Something about you don't need to guard your energy as much as you thought.
No, you don't.
No, you're totally fine.
Yeah. And people offer you help and you can just accept it.
How does that feel?
Really nice.
Are you wedding dress shopping?
I've made one appointment.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is it? So I have to plan for one of my friends. Like I need to figure out how to book a spot. What did you do? Just call around and find a place you liked or what?
I went through a word of mouth recommendation.
So I have to ask some mouths.
You have to ask mouths.
Okay.
You can also look on Yelp maybe, but I don't know. I feel like
It's like
that's
a big
one of
mouth.
those things. Yeah. That
Yeah.
maybe a friend of a friend would know.
I think I'll ask.
Yeah.
All right, Evans.
All right,
Well,
Lori.
We're going to wrap this thing.
Okay.
So do you have a wrap?
Chicka chicka cha,
Chicka 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 chow chow.
Chicka chow chow, make your day a meow meow.
Meow. Oh, I love that one. All right, you guys, we are so grateful for you. And as always, there is no reward for listening to this all the way through. So we wish there was.
Sorry.
Have an amazing day. And until next time, don't ever question
Your
awesomeness. All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back And I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys make sure that you go subscribe to the show Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it.